For the first time in Boeing's history, a single aircraft program just achieved something no other Boeing plane ever has. Not the legendary Boeing 747 and not even the revolutionary 787. Here's the record that just fell, and why it reveals everything about Boeing's future.
When you think about adding in a new line, it's not an easy feat, or otherwise everybody would go do that. For me, it's to show the world what the 737 program can go do.
Specifically for the North Line, I like that it's going to be a fast-paced environment, and I like how many planes that we're going to be able to move through here, so every single plane that comes through, I'll have my touch on it.
I love getting back to basics, what it really means to have quality, what it really means to follow the plans, the procedures, the processes, just get the opportunity to start fresh.
North Line is not just another line, but it really is a group of talented people that come together and have one goal.
Seeing a bunch of people on my team and other teams do things they've never done before and do things that they didn't necessarily think they might be capable of.
It didn't matter what organization you came from, it started in Renton. So the first thing I want to say is to the Renton team, thank you. We could not have done it without you.
A year from now, if the customer cannot tell where the airplane is being built, whether that's the North Line or in Renton, I think we've succeeded.
I'm super excited. I've always wanted to be a part of something big, something that flies people at 40,000 feet. I mean, you can't beat that. That's awesome.
I hope that we did it smooth and that we can come up here and hit the ground running.
We've put in countless hours and many sleepless nights. It's a moment of truth.
Whatever the production system throws at us, we've been through similar challenges before, and we're going to be ready.
One team, one mission, go 737. Be excited about what you're going to do. You're going to be making history.
Boeing has officially begun assembling 737 MAX aircraft on its newly commissioned North Line in Everett, Washington. Unlike previous announcements focused on construction plans or future timelines, this development confirms that actual aircraft production is now underway. Reuters reported that Boeing's new 737 assembly line has started moving in Everett. Yahoo Finance covered Boeing launching its fourth 737 MAX production line. Boeing's official feature documented that Everett's new North Line has begun 737 production. That word fourth carries enormous significance, and it represents something Boeing has never done before. No other Boeing commercial airplane is built on 4 separate final assembly lines. Not the legendary Boeing 747 that defined jumbo jet travel for 5 decades. Not the 777 that revolutionized twin-engine widebody operations. Not the 787 Dreamliner that changed long-haul aviation fundamentally. The 737 MAX has become so critical to Boeing's future that the company expanded it into a 4-line production system for the first time in Boeing's entire history. This is not merely opening another factory. This is Boeing making an unprecedented structural commitment to a single aircraft program. Understanding why requires examining what Boeing faces. Global demand for single-aisle aircraft remains exceptionally strong. Airlines worldwide are waiting for hundreds of aircraft Boeing has committed to deliver. The order backlog has grown to enormous proportions because output has consistently failed to match demand. The North Line becomes Boeing's 4th active 737 MAX production line and represents a major expansion of manufacturing capacity. The facility incorporates updated production techniques, improved tooling, and a more streamlined assembly process designed to enhance both efficiency and build quality. The location matters symbolically and practically. Everett has traditionally been Boeing's widebody facility, home to the Boeing 747, Boeing 767, 777, and 787 programs. The Boeing 747 program ended production this decade, freeing valuable manufacturing space. Rather than letting that capacity sit idle, Boeing converted it to 737 MAX assembly. For more than 5 decades, the 737 belonged exclusively to Renton, Washington. That singular association has now ended. The narrowbody aircraft that defined Boeing's commercial success is being assembled in the facility that built Boeing's widebody legends. For Boeing, this represents more than opening another assembly line. It is a crucial step toward restoring confidence after years of setbacks. The 737 MAX grounding, manufacturing quality concerns, delivery delays, increased regulatory scrutiny following the Alaska Airlines door plug incident in early 2024. Each of those crises damaged Boeing's credibility, with airlines, regulators, investors, and passengers. Rebuilding requires demonstrating sustained operational excellence over extended periods. The North Line represents Boeing's commitment to that rebuilding process. The launch highlights Boeing's broader effort to address its biggest challenge, actually delivering the hundreds of aircraft airlines are still waiting to receive. Airlines placed orders years ago, expecting deliveries that have not materialized. Fleet planning has been disrupted. Route expansions have been delayed. Airlines have extended operations of older aircraft while waiting. The FAA continues closely monitoring Boeing's manufacturing processes. Regulators have limited production expansion until the company demonstrates consistent quality improvements. This regulatory constraint has been the binding limitation on Boeing's output rather than demand or manufacturing capacity in absolute terms. Boeing was recently approved to increase 737 production to 47 aircraft monthly. That figure should rise to 52 in 2027, assuming no significant problems emerge. Long-term ambitions target 60-plus jets monthly to genuinely address the backlog. By expanding 737 MAX production into Everett, Boeing gains additional manufacturing flexibility and room for future growth. The four-line system provides capacity that simply did not exist previously. However, opening a new production line does not automatically translate into higher production rates. Every increase must be supported by regulatory approval, stable supplier performance, and strict quality control. The North Line provides capability, but converting capability into actual output requires demonstrating Boeing can maintain quality at higher volumes. Boeing has approached the North Line launch deliberately. The company designed the line to replicate production systems used at Renton, reducing learning curve risk. Specific areas were retooled based on lessons learned. The goal was making the transition seamless and safe. Initial production will proceed at deliberately low rates. Boeing plans to build a small batch of aircraft under close FAA coordination. These early aircraft serve dual purposes. They are genuine production aircraft, but they also demonstrate the new line's conformity, structure, and safety to regulators. Once the FAA accepts the initial batch, Everett will scale monthly rates upward. Those figures will then be included in Boeing's monthly delivery data. Until validation completes, the North Line operates in a probationary capacity, proving its capabilities. The 737 MAX 10 sits at the center of North Line strategy. The line will focus on producing this variant, the largest member of the MAX family. Airlines, including United and Ryanair, have been waiting to adopt the MAX 10 as their high-density workhorse. The aircraft remains uncertified, though recent testing milestones, including extreme crosswind evaluation, have advanced the program significantly. For the aviation industry, the four-line production system marks an important turning point in Boeing's attempt to compete more effectively with Airbus. The European manufacturer has gained significant ground in the narrowbody market over the past several years, while Boeing struggled with production constraints. Airbus captured orders that Boeing could not fulfill. Airlines needing aircraft chose the manufacturer able to deliver. Boeing's inability to produce aircraft at scale directly translated into lost market share. If the Everett line performs as intended, Boeing could gradually accelerate deliveries, reduce its order backlog, and help airlines expand fleets at a time when new aircraft are in exceptionally high demand. The competitive balance could shift meaningfully. But the new production line simultaneously places even greater pressure on Boeing to prove it has fundamentally improved its manufacturing culture. Any future quality issues or production disruptions could quickly undermine the entire recovery effort. For airlines, the North Line represents hope that deliveries will finally accelerate. Carriers that ordered aircraft years ago need those planes to execute growth strategies. Every additional production line theoretically reduces waiting times. For Boeing employees, the expansion creates opportunity after years of contraction, new positions, career advancement, evidence that the company is growing rather than just surviving.